So how are you going to make the changes? Remember we talked about how you're going to make the changes? You know, we talked last week about how do you know you have a problem is the key of what we're going to address. Like if you're going to do some tapping, you're emotionally upset, something bothering you, and the first question you ask, well, how do I know it bothers me? Is there something inside me I'm looking at? I'm looking at this memory. I'm seeing this movie. I'm looking at their face. Or is it a big feeling inside me somewhere? So you're asking yourself, so do I have this picture, this feeling, or was it something they said? Or is it something I'm saying inside me? So how do you know you have a problem? One, you go inside and you notice what it is that you're doing, how you're creating this. Secondly, then you start tapping until it's gone. Now, one of the things that you say while you're tapping is what? The main thing you say? I release and let it go. It's, all right, I release and let it go. What's another thing that we can say? Safe to let it go. What's another one? I easily, naturally let it go. Everything's going to work out for me, pretty much, right? All right, and then what we'll do is we'll tap it all the way down until what? Until it's gone. You can't feel it. You don't have anything. And then what you'll do is you'll try to make it come back. Now, why would you want to try to? You've been working on it for 15 minutes. You tapped it all the way down to 0. It doesn't bother you. Then I say try to make it come back. Why would you want to try to make it come back? To make sure you completely change this. Because where's all this problem coming from? Inside of ourselves. So that means we're doing it to us. So then, let's say, for example, you can't make it come back. Then you go back if you have a memory of it. So you're looking at people. Look at you. Look at your face. Look at their face. See if you can feel any emotions about their expressions. If when you look at yourself in your memory and you're not happy, you tap away the look. Sadness, the fears, the angers, the emotions. Until you see a smile on your face. Until it's positive. Then you also do the character, whoever it is. That's you and your father, you know. You look at your father's face. Does he look happy now? If it isn't, you tap on it. Why are we doing this? Because we're restructuring how you internally represent your memory, and you're changing who? You. Because who created this picture in your mind? So who are all the characters in the memory? We are. So it means if you're sitting here and you play a memory of what happened to you at 5 years old, who's doing it to you? Them or you? You. So if you have a memory of your father abusing your sister, and this memory is still playing in your mind, you're practicing what? Abuse. This is an unconscious affirmation. You're affirming this behavior. And if this behavior is within you, what's going to happen is you're going to automatically do it and think, oh God, why did I act that way? I don't understand why I always act that way. Because you have all these affirmations within you. By the way, this is emotional what? Conditioning. So then what you do is you tap the memory until it's not there and you change it to a positive. I call that flipping it. Isn't that right? You make a bad situation into a good situation. So instead of your father saying, you're an idiot, he says, you're the smartest person I ever met. I love you, and then you change it to where he goes and gives you a hug. Now, of course, is it your job to maintain and uphold the past? You can't. It's over. It doesn't exist. And if you have bad past within you, that's going to show up in your life. So we've got to make peace.